The Secret Book. Lisa loved reading. Every day after school, she went to the library. The library was her favorite place. It was big, quiet, and full of books. One day, Lisa found a very old book. It was behind other books. The cover was brown and dusty. She opened it. The pages were yellow. But there was a problem. The book had no words. Where are the words? Lisa thought. She was confused. Lisa took the book to Mrs. Smith, the librarian. Mrs. Smith looked at the book and smiled. "Ah, this is a special book," she said. "Why is it special?" Lisa asked. Mrs. Smith took a small light from her desk. She shone it on the book. Suddenly, words appeared. Lisa was surprised. "Wow! How did you do that?" Mrs. Smith laughed. "This is a secret book. You need this light to see the words." Lisa read the book with the special light. It was a story about magic and adventures. She loved it. Every day, Lisa read the secret book in the library. She felt like a detective. The book was her little secret. One day, Lisa finished the book. She was a little sad. But then, she had an idea. She wrote her own story in the book. But she wrote in invisible ink. The next kid who finds the book will have a new secret story to read. Lisa smiled. The library was full of books and secrets. And now, she was part of one of those secrets. An unexpected accident. Tom loved riding his bike. Every Saturday, he rode to the park. The park was big, with lots of trees and birds. He liked to watch the ducks in the pond. This Saturday was different. The sun was shining brightly. Kids were playing everywhere. Tom was riding fast, enjoying the wind on his face. Suddenly, a ball bounced onto the path. Tom tried to stop. But it was too late. He hit the ball and fell off his bike. He felt pain in his arm. His bike was on the ground, and the wheel was bent. A girl ran to him. It was her ball. "Are you okay?" she asked. Tom tried to move his arm. "I think it hurts," he said. The girl looked worried. "I'm sorry," she said. "Let me help you." With the girl's help, Tom stood up. She was strong. Together, they moved his bike to a bench. "My name is Anna," the girl said. "I live near here. We can take your bike to my house. My dad can fix it." Tom smiled. "Thank you, Anna." Anna's dad was kind. He fixed Tom's bike quickly. While waiting, Tom and Anna talked. They found out they both loved reading and soccer. Tom's arm was better after some ice. It wasn't broken, just a little bruised. He was lucky. When it was time to leave, Anna gave Tom her ball. "For good luck," she said. Tom laughed. "Thanks. Maybe next time, we can play together. Without any accidents." Anna nodded. "That sounds great." From that day, Tom and Anna became good friends. An unexpected accident led to a beautiful friendship. Sometimes, good things come from unexpected places. Rotten eggs. Sally was a curious little girl. She loved to explore her grandma's old house. It had so many rooms and secret spots. One of her favorite spots was the attic. The attic was dusty and full of old things. One day, while Sally was in the attic, she found a box. It was a small, wooden box. Sally opened it and found some eggs. They were not like any eggs she had seen before. These eggs were very old and had strange drawings on them. "Wow," thought Sally. "These must be special eggs." She decided to take them to the kitchen. Sally thought maybe she could cook them. She put them on the counter and went to find a pan. Just then, her grandma walked into the kitchen. She saw the eggs and gasped. "Sally, where did you find these eggs?" "In the attic, Grandma," Sally replied. "Aren't they special?" Grandma sighed. "Yes, they are special, but not for eating. They are very old. I think they might be rotten." Sally looked at the eggs again. She noticed a bad smell. "Oops," she said, "I didn't know." Grandma laughed. "It's okay, dear. It's a good thing I came when I did. Let's throw these away and I'll give you some fresh eggs." Sally nodded. "Okay, Grandma." Together, they threw away the old eggs and cooked some fresh ones. They made a big breakfast with toast, jam, and orange juice. As they ate, Grandma told Sally about the old eggs. They were from a time when people decorated eggs for fun. They were not for eating, but for keeping as decoration. Sally listened carefully. She was happy to learn something new. She was also glad she didn't eat the rotten eggs. From that day, Sally learned to ask before touching old things in the house. She didn't want any more surprises. But she was always curious and ready to explore. The house was full of stories, and Sally loved to hear them all. At the farm. Tom lived in a big city. Tall buildings, noisy cars, and lots of people were everywhere. But every summer, Tom went to visit his grandparents at their farm. He loved it there. The farm was very different from the city. It was quiet, with big open fields and lots of animals. Tom's grandparents had cows, chickens, pigs, and even a few goats. Tom loved to watch them and play with them. Every morning, Tom's grandfather would wake him up early. "Time to feed the animals," he would say with a smile. Tom would jump out of bed, excited for the day. First, they went to the chicken coop. Tom loved collecting the eggs. The chickens would cluck around him, and sometimes they would try to peck his shoes. It always made him laugh. Next, they fed the pigs. The pigs were always hungry and would make loud noises. Tom liked to watch them play in the mud after eating. In the afternoon, Tom helped his grandmother in the garden. They grew tomatoes, carrots, lettuce, and many other vegetables. Tom's favorite job was picking the ripe vegetables. His grandmother would then use them to make delicious meals. One day, while playing near the barn, Tom found a small, lost kitten. It was scared and alone. Tom decided to keep it and named it Whiskers. His grandparents let him, and Whiskers became Tom's best friend on the farm. Tom and Whiskers did everything together. They chased butterflies, played hide and seek, and even watched the sunset together. Every night, Whiskers would sleep at the foot of Tom's bed. As summer ended, it was time for Tom to return to the city. He was sad to leave Whiskers and the farm. But his grandparents promised to take good care of the kitten. Back in the city, Tom missed the farm a lot. But he always remembered the fun times, the fresh air, and the sounds of the animals. And every summer, he would return to his favorite place, eager to see his grandparents and Whiskers again. A mysterious message. Lucy was a curious 10-year-old girl who lived in a small town. She loved reading mystery books and often imagined herself as a detective, solving exciting cases. One sunny day, while playing in her backyard, Lucy found a small piece of paper. It was folded neatly, and when she opened it, she saw a message written in a strange code. The message was a series of numbers and symbols. It looked like 14-3-89 to 625-15-21 the 1st of March, 14. Lucy's heart raced. She loved puzzles and codes. She quickly ran to her room and took out her notebook and pencil. She remembered reading about simple codes in one of her mystery books. After thinking for a while, she remembered that each number might stand for a letter of the alphabet. The number 1 was a 2 was B, and so on. With this in mind, she began to decode the message. 14-3-8 became NC. That didn't make sense. Then she realized she was reading it backward. It should be HCN. And HCN sounded like the word HEN. She continued with the rest. 9-6-25-15-21 The 1st of March, 14 became I if you can. Lucy put it all together, hen if you can. But it didn't make complete sense. She thought about it and realized the message was actually find the hen if you can. Excited, Lucy ran to her backyard. She knew there were no hens there, but maybe it was a clue for a fun game. After searching for a while, she found a toy hen hidden behind a tree. Beside the toy hen, there was another note. It read, "Good job, detective. You found it. From, your secret friend." Lucy laughed. She realized the mysterious message was just a fun game set up by her older brother, Jack. She went inside the house and found Jack. "Thanks for the fun game," Lucy said with a big smile. Jack winked, "Anytime, little detective." And so, even though it wasn't a real mystery, Lucy had a lot of fun and felt just like the detectives in her books.